Okay, we're going to replace this shower valve. As you can see, that's hot. There is no hot water. So what I have to do is I replace the valve. And I got this new puller to help pull these things out because they're real stiff to come out. So we're going to replace this valve. And this is what I'm replacing. This is a new valve. This costs $50 to replace, but it's cheaper than the whole system. So we're going to get started on that. Before we do anything, we have to turn the water off. So turn the water off with the water softener and open this one up and let all the water drain out until it's no more. Otherwise, I pull that valve up, I'm going to get drenched. Okay. Okay, so first things I'm going to do, I'm going to just turn this water on and make sure that the water is actually shut off. And that's residual, so sometimes it takes, since we're in a two-story building, sometimes it takes the water from the top to drain down. Take a while to drain out. Go ahead and do it again. Okay, on this one, you take this little plastic cover off. And inside this cover, you take this off, this screw out of here. To take the knob off. Now, because I don't have a whole house water filter, I do have a water softener, but the water is so crappy down here. This thing here we don't put back on. This thing here sets your maximum hot water temperature, so you can only go so hot. We don't use it because I want full hot water. Okay, this got bright enough. Then we take off all of the hardware. Okay, you can stop that. That is the valve, and inside that valve right in here is the cartridge. That cartridge is bad, so I've got to replace that cartridge. Okay, kill it. This is the cartridge tool I was talking about. This screws into onto the shaft, and this screws on there. So we take this, I have to back this screw way out. I'm going to put this on here so it sits right on the cartridge. And then this screw is going to screw into here where the valve was, and that's going to hold on to this. This big shaft is going to be on the frame, which is going to pull this whole thing out. So I've got to get that set on there, and then screw this screw in until it's just snug onto the shaft. Okay, so that's in there nice and snug and tight. Now, before we pull this thing out, there's a little key right here. This key holds this whole valve in. I have to pull that out. So I get a pair of pliers and pull that key right out. And that's what holds the whole thing together. Now, I will take this, screw this onto there, and see, this is going to go onto the housing. Now, suppose you snug it up and making sure the water is off, because if I pull this out, I'm going to get drenched. Okay, so now you should be able to just yank this out, but it ain't going to come because these things are so rotted in here, or so all the calcium deposit, that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a puller, and as I tighten this thing in, you can see the shaft, or the cartridge inside, this white piece, is slowly coming out. So now it feels like it's turning. No. Okay. Water wasn't completely drained. Of course, you gotta be careful that I don't want to get anything down in there. So now the water's completely off. I hope. And I've just pulled this whole valve out. Okay, this is the valve. Now they give us this nice grease so we can grease up these contacts, which I didn't cut it deep enough. It's basically a silicone grease. I should use this grease because other stuff might not work right. Okay, now on this you can see up here it says HC, hot, cold. That's the side you want to go in for the normal right is cold, left is hot. Now, if you ever want to reverse it, you just put it in back upside down. So we're going to put it this way, hot is left, cold is right. Okay, so we're going to take this, easy peasy. Make sure this is straight up and down, and you slide it right on in, all the way in. Okay, that's in. Then you make sure you take your clip, put it back in here until it sits flush. Let me see my flashlight. Up down. As you see, this pin has to fit flush all the way down, so this shaft can go in all the way in. Okay? And that is basically it. It's put in. Now, I'm going to have to reattach all the hardware, verify it works, and stuff like this. So now what I do is I will go ahead, make sure that's off. I think it's off. And we're going to go and turn the water on. I'm going to verify it. I'm going to need 2 people. So go ahead and shut this off. We tested it out. There's no water coming out of here. It comes out there when we turn it on. So now we're just going to put this whole thing back together. That goes on there. This cover goes back on. Put the screws in. Find the holes. Find the holes. There's one hole. Just get it started. Find the other hole. Just get it started. And then go ahead and put the cover. Call these association covers, or I can never pronounce it. Now generally once you put these on, you probably should caulk around here. This has a rubber backing. You don't really need to. but generally you should. And then we just tighten them up. My bit's not long enough on the screwdriver, so I got to use this on the drill. The drill was biting onto this thing. Okay, that's that. Now see the problems on some of these. See that crack, that white mark in there? That means this knob's probably going to crack. So you can turn it and it won't work anymore. So I haven't bought one of these, but you can buy new ones of these and replace them. This is a part that you can put on there, but different pieces. We put this on. I don't put this piece back on. This is the maximum hot water. Like if you got kids, you just way down here so they can try to crank it on. They won't scald themselves. We as an adult, I want full hot water. So I can put it on there. Put this on. Put this long screw back in. Now make sure it doesn't turn while you tighten the screw. Otherwise, you're going to get squirted where you don't want to.